The most common mistake that I'll see when students are lowering from plank to chaturanga is that they'll go forward and then the shoulders start to round down and then drop, all right? And then we end up in this sort of a shape here, okay? So in order to, well, first to demonstrate this, I'm just gonna have Rachel take her knee forward, so your focus will just be on her upper body, her shoulders and her arms. We want, especially newer folks, not to bend their shoulders or their elbows so their shoulders drop lower than their elbows. The easiest way for students to do this is to retract their shoulder blades as she bends her elbows forward. Okay, so the shoulders are drawing back as they draw toward each other, and it's easier to keep the tops of the shoulders rolling up and back. So in order to keep the shoulders healthy, we want to have this feeling of the shoulders rolling up and back. And then you can go ahead and press back up. All right. Protracting the shoulders and preventing those shoulders from rolling forward and down is much harder. So what you can have your students do, step this foot back, is do what I call a tall chaturanga. So she'll reach the shoulders forward and then just bend a couple inches. Good. Already, look how much work she's doing. The thought is up and back as she's keeping her core engaged. Go ahead, put your knees down, take a child's pose for a moment. All right, so we want to have more of a feeling of the shoulder rolling up and back, okay? That's the most important thing, so we're not sinking in the tendons and ligaments at the front of the shoulder. All right. Another common thing that I'll see for very beginners is bending the elbows sideways as we're lowering to chaturanga. So would you come back up into our plank? All right, so the elbows don't bend sideways. Okay, here we want to keep, go ahead, straighten the arms. You can put your knees down if you like. We want to keep the elbows mostly stacked over the wrists and the chest reaches forward. So the chest goes forward, there you go. And then from here, tops of the feet can come down. Good, up dog, you get the idea. And then go ahead and take another child's pose. So to summarize all that, the lowness or the depth of the chaturanga is less important than the liftedness of the front of the shoulders. To build the most strength, protracted is useful, but there's no point in protracting if the student is going to bend, and then slide all the way down. We want to keep the shoulders lifted, so they're better off building more strength with that tall chaturanga rather than sinking down. Or if arm balances are not in the student's foreseeable future, then they might as well do the shoulder blade retracted position. It's still building a lot of strength in the arms and requires a little bit less strength in the core.